All right, Nate, congratulations. So happy for you. All right, we'll get started with Nate, another two-time world champion. Who's got the first question? We'll start in the back on your left, Nate.
Nate, it seemed like you had to deal with a lot of traffic all night. Talk about how you felt and how you got out of that.
Physically, mechanically, I felt really good. I just didn't do a very good job of executing my pitches until I needed to. The leadoff walk to start the game, having traffic, like you said, 1 through 5. And it wasn't easy, and I was able to make the big pitches when I really needed to. Defense was great. Evan Carter out there in left field, he made some really good reads out there and was able to leave guys, leave them on the base pass so our Jonah and I can make sure we got the job done.
Go to Bradford on your left, Nate.
Sometimes starting pitchers will say that they don't really pay attention to what the other starter's doing because they're focused on the other lineup. But tonight, how cognizant were you of how Zach Gallen was throwing, just in terms of knowing you were probably going to have to keep throwing up zeros?
Yeah, I usually sit down in the tunnel. That way, I don't get distracted by those things. It's my job to go out there and throw up zeros as well. Zach threw the ball incredible tonight. Kept our offense off balance for a long time, and that's just one of the good things about our offense. You can't say enough good things about them. They're 1 through 9. They're able to put together quality at bats, and get the job done. And it's my job to go out there and try to keep the score 0-0 or until we are able to get on the board. And we were able to add on in the 9th, and it was just a really good performance all around.
Tyler on your right, Nate.
Congratulations. When you were growing up in Texas in the 90s, early 2000s, what were the Rangers known for? What was the perception of the Rangers? Because obviously now you're champions. It's going to be different.
Honestly, for me, I'm from the Houston area, and I grew up an Astros fan. For me, I grew up watching the Killer Bees and, going to the Astrodome games and enjoying that time with my dad. And, now, but to be over here and be a part of the Rangers organization and be able to bring that first World Series championship to us, it's an incredible moment, incredible feeling. Obviously, you start every spring training, everybody has that same goal in mind to become World Series champions. And, for us to be able to overcome all the adversity and the challenges that we faced, from the start of spring training on, like all the other teams, but for us to be able to come out on top, it's a very special feeling.
Players have always been aware of that, the Rangers have never won it. You're striving to get the first in history?
There were 6 teams before, 6 teams that had never won it. Now there's 5. So for us to check that one off the board, it's a big one for us. And obviously all the guys that are here, ownership and CY, I give all the credit to them to be able to piece it all together and make it all happen.
We'll go to Ron up front.
As all that traffic develops in the first 5 innings, is there anything that runs through your mind, or you talk to yourself? Or are you so locked in on what the next sequences are?
No, I mean it's pitch to pitch. We talk in between innings. Am I making mistakes? I felt like Carroll hit really good pitches. He's not the only one, but you're trying to keep them off balance. And it's okay. If I'm walking guys, that's one thing. But when they're getting their hits the way that they are, it's sometimes you tip your hat to it. And other times you got to make sure that you're adjusting with them as well. And I think that's why we were able to leave the runners on base and not allow them all to score, is because of the game planning we had.
How exhausting is it to pitch with all those runners on base?
It's tough, but I mean, being in one of these moments where it's still 0-0, you go out there and you do want to go out there and go as deep as you can in those ball games. And I'm looking at my pitch counts and watching it climb, and at the same time I'm trying to get quick outs and get the guys back in the dugout, because I know how good our offense is, and I feel the faster I can get those guys in the dugout, the better opportunities we're going to have to score. And it's, again, credit to our offense for putting up together quality at bats and working walks and being able to Corey getting it going.
Jake, 4th row on your left, Nate.
Just going back to your Texas roots, what's your level of Texas pride like? You as a Texan, does it mean more to have those 5 letters across your chest when you lift the trophy?
It does. It's isn't it the only team out there that says Texas? You're playing for the state. You're not playing for the city. So for us to be able to represent the state of Texas, it's an incredible feeling. And I feel like as baseball players, it's always like, oh, where are you from? Texas, and it's like Florida, California. And to be able to say, I'm from Texas, it means a lot to me. I carry a lot of pride with it.
Do you own boots?
I do not. Let's say we go down that route.
Standing on your left, Nate.
What can you say about the job that Spores did behind you tonight and all postseason?
Yeah, Spores has been unbelievable for us. When he's healthy, he's one of the nastiest guys out there. And for him to be able to go as many innings as he did tonight, for us to avoid Pico. I mean, Pico's been able to do the same thing. But really our whole bullpen, that was what they would say is our weak point during the whole season. And for them to step up the way that they did throughout the whole postseason, you can't give them enough credit.
Other questions for Nate? All right, Nate, you were a great representative of the game. Congratulations.